Well, we were bound to find out more PlayStation 5 Pro news and information sooner rather than later. And so this is really one of the things that I feel like is something that gets people excited and amped up about the future. And that's important for video games in general, and that's important for the video game industry. I absolutely love to see that. So we have some information about a PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced game. It looks like we have a little bit of confirmation on this, and it sounds like it could be something a lot of people are looking for. Again, this is really cool stuff, and it's just I'm happy to be able to kind of report on it. Let's go ahead and get into it. What's up, everybody? Crap Gamer here with Crap Gamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Please like it, share it out, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I do daily gaming content, so this was cool. It looks like a major PS5 Pro Enhanced console exclusive seemingly confirmed. It looks like a highly anticipated upcoming console exclusive will be PS5 Pro Enhanced at launch. Sony is expected to reveal its upgraded hardware within the next couple of weeks, but a user noticed that the legendary Hideo Kojima posted a photo of himself playing Death Stranding 2 on the beach, and there's something peculiar about the photo. So again, this is very interesting because PS5 Pro games will reportedly carry an enhanced label. As spotted by a user on X, Kojima can be seen in the photo with a DualSense in his hand, which is plugged into a console that's covered up with a black cloth. Considering we're expecting to see the PS5 Pro and Death Stranding this month, we're assuming that the game will launch with that previous reports claimed will be a PS5 Pro enhanced label. While the PS5 Pro event has yet to be officially announced, Death Stranding's 2 presentation at the Tokyo Game Show for 2024 has been confirmed as well. I'm going to link this in the description so you guys can check it out and let me know what you think. You'll be able to see the picture and stuff like this, but it's pretty cool because guess what? It's one of those things that, really kind of came out and showcased what, the console is all about. So people see that, Kojima is a big name. He's got Death Stranding 2. People are excited to see what he can do with that Decima engine on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and I don't blame them. That's an exciting thing. We all want to see these pretty graphics, these amazing looking games, and, in the picture you do see a console or something covered up with a black cloth. It could be a PS5 Pro. Probably not good for it to be locked up that way, but hey, what are you going to do? He's Kojima. He can pretty much do whatever he wants and get away with it. So again, very interesting stuff to kind of point that out and say, hey, you know what? It looks like this is going to be definitely a pro, stance or whatever for the game. So, I feel like that's a really cool thing to actually see out there. It makes sense for a major console exclusive to showcase the PS5 Pro enhancements at launch. It's been reported that the label will apply to games that have a PS5 Pro exclusive graphics mode, which utilizes PlayStation's Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR. Listen, a lot of people are excited about the Pro. I get it. I'm excited about the Pro, and I'm not even really like a PlayStation guy. Like, I've always been more of an Xbox guy, but it's just clearly something that us as gamers are going to be kind of excited about in terms of what we're going to be getting from the future. Like, I know that in terms of what the PS5 Pro can do, it's going to be able to do a lot more than what the standard console can do. Like, listen, I feel like we were undersold or maybe oversold on what our consoles could do this generation. And I think that obviously that's going to be something that we probably are going to make us a little gun shy and things like that. But it's still, it is going to be interesting to see how these things work out because, Sony has zero momentum technically, but overall they're still selling pretty well. The PS5 Pro will probably sell extremely well and definitely sell out, especially at launch, where you look at what Microsoft is doing, and Microsoft can't even get out of their own way, and I feel like that is a very tough spot to be in general, and like I said, it does look like we're finally starting to see, some of this stuff kind of come out the way that it is, and, again, I do feel like, Microsoft is in a much rougher spot because Sony is kind of doing what they do best, which is kind of stay with that repetition and things like that. So again, we live in a weird world. This is like the situation where a lot of us are kind of looking at how gamers are going to kind of play these games and how these these things are going to look on there. So I do think we are in sort of a interesting situation overall. But I do think that we will see something kind of happening in the future that gets everybody a little bit more excited about the hardware itself. And that's what Sony, I think, does best. They get people excited. They're a hardware company. They have great software, stuff like that. And that's an exciting aspect, right? In terms of what I can kind of look at it myself. Like, we're all sitting here saying, okay, well, we've had the Switch since 2017. Geesh, I love the Switch, but hey, that's long in the tooth. And we've had the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S already since 2020, so year 4, going into year 5. Yeah, it might be time for some new hardware to get people excited. I think that, the mid-gen refreshes, I was a little bit skeptical at first, but I do think that they obviously have, some appeal, and one of the reasons why these things are looked at in such a way is because people are, wanting to see more and better, and things have to keep continuing to kind of reach out and get better for that to happen. And to me, that is the most impressive thing about what we've seen from gaming this generation, is the fact that a lot of developers are kind of stuck in the past, and that's super unfortunate to say the least. And I do hope that we see some fans kind of go to the future and just think, hey, you know what, the future looks bright for the hardware, because so many people are just saying things like, hey, these are the consoles are dying, and they're not doing well, and this and that and the other thing. That's the thing that I feel like us as fans have to really kind of get out of our heads, right? Like, so many people are just acceptant of things, right? Like, some people go, cloud gaming, that's certainly the future. And I'm like, why would you accept? I'm like, do you like cloud gaming? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, why would you be accepting of that as quote unquote the future then? Right? I feel like that's probably something that you shouldn't be accepting of, right? If you're a gamer and you want to own your games, and you see that people are kind of pushing this whole cloud situation, why be accepting of that? Speak with your wallet. I mean, just look at some of the things we've seen with games recently, right? Like, and I'm not glorifying layoffs in the industry, but Suicide Squad, terrible game, agenda driven. That game lost money, people got laid off, right? Concord by Sony, right? Oh my gosh. That game looked generic and horrible with tons of agenda written all over it. And people didn't buy it. Apparently, it sold only 25,000 units, which is terrible. Everybody's getting a refund. They've already kind of closed the game down or whatever. So, yeah, like, I feel like that is a really, really bad situation for gamers to be in, and that developer didn't listen, because we have these developers who refuse to listen to fans, and they more or less pay attention to checking off these boxes. And I've been saying this for a very long time now. Why worry about that stuff when you have a legitimate group of people who want to see something completely different? That's, I think, the thing that people want to see, and that people are kind of expecting. Is like, people want to see how these things kind of work out, and how these games are going to continue to evolve, how the hardware is going to continue to evolve, all these types of things. And so far, we don't see any of this stuff from anyone. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how far these things have kind of fallen, and how these things continue to be the way that they are. But I hope that we see some changes in the future where we all get excited about the games and the hardware themselves. Again, that would be incredible. So let me know what you guys think, though. I do appreciate it. Are you guys a fan of this stuff or not? Are you looking forward to the Pro? What do you think? Death Stranding, Venom, Wolverine. These games are seemingly, I'm assuming Ghost of Tsushima 2, that'll probably look incredible. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer, I'm up. Thank you all so much. Have a great day. Crap Gamer, out.